All right, we are here with Tyler Booker, Alabama offensive lineman. So I saw something that Jalen said in one of the other rooms, and I thought it was really interesting. People were asking, oh, who on this team should we be paying attention to who's not getting talked about? And he said, the whole team.
Yeah.
And they said, why? And he said, because everybody could have gone somewhere else after Coach Saban left, and everybody's still there. What was that period like for you guys?
That was a crucial period for us as a team because it really created a sense of togetherness for everyone. Like, we could all look at each other in that locker room and be like, okay, I know this guy cares about me because he stayed for me. He stayed because he loves me. He stayed because of this brotherhood.
And I mean, this was already a pretty tight team. We could tell that last year.
Yes,
but now, when you guys can look at each other and say, I stayed for you, I stayed for you, how much more cohesive does that make you?
It makes us so much more cohesive, and like we just have another level of respect for one another, another level of trust.
So, I saw what you said about Coach Saban's prediction. Coach Saban said that he didn't think you guys were going to make the SEC championship game. So how do you handle that relative to the teachings of Nick Saban that you've learned over the last few years?
The same way I handled it when it was asked me. I jokingly said he tells us not to listen to the guy that lives in his mom's basement. So I said we're not going to listen to the guy who plays golf all day. I obviously said that jokingly. Said it was very Saban-esque of me.
Oh yeah. Well, okay. So people don't realize that like you guys would talk trash to each other. Like people love talking trash to him at practice, right?
Especially because he's a defensive coach.
Yeah.
Like, there was one day where JC and Malachi were talking trash to one another. So Malachi started with JC, and JC said, "Hey man, worry about your side." And Coach Saban took JC out of practice.
No.
Yeah.
See, the stories are legendary. Like Mac
yeah.
Jones, when he ran the scout team, would just talk trash relentlessly,
just like Ty does to this day.
but he loved that, right?
Oh, he does. He does.
So, what's Kalen DeBoer like? Because he seems like he has a different personality.
Yeah, he is a little bit of a different personality. He's office-minded head coach, so he loves when we're doing great.
So he takes your side in the arguments, right?
There we go. Yes, sir.
and then, how different is it? Because obviously you came to play for Coach Saban. It's a top-down, the process.
Yes.
Does it feel that different, or are there parts of what Coach DeBoer does that are similar to what Coach Saban did?
So when you break it down, everything Coach Saban did was to win, and everything that Coach DeBoer does is to win as well. Yeah. So that same process, that same standard, that same everything is still in place because that lives through us as the players.
So as a line, very cohesive group, you got guys coming back, but to get Caden back, when you lost him for a minute, what was it like? Was there a group chat? Was there, I'm coming back? How did that go?
You just heard rumbling. So his best friend on the team, and like one of my close friends as well, Will confirmed, but he really just stayed on him the whole time. And Wilkie told me, he said, "Bro, I think he's really gonna come back." And I'm like, "Really?" Like, I got excited because that's a brother of mine.
You watched him grow up.
No, exactly.
On the line last year. Yeah.
I feel like I raised him a little bit. But no, all seriousness, it's just great to have Caden back. He's a great player. He's only going to get better. And to have that continuity playing next to somebody for 2 years now, we're able to just make calls without saying anything. There's just a lot we're going to be able to do because we have that continuity.
Last one, and I can't believe I'm actually asking this, and I'm serious. Is Alabama being slept on?
That's something that goes on outside of the facility, so I'm really not paying attention to what people think.
Oh, that's like those commentators like that Saban guy say. We don't have to worry about that?
Exactly.
I appreciate it, Tyler. Thank you so much for watching. Just a reminder, subscribe to this channel right here so you never miss an episode of Andy Staples On 3. And oh, by the way, watch all the other great videos on the On3 Sports YouTube channel.